Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 13, verse 2. Kshetra Kshetranya Vibhaga Yoga. In the last verse, Bhagwan Krishna said, Ye Arjuna, then Bhagwan touched his body, that is Bhagwan Krishna's body, and said, This body is Kshetra, that is field. And the one who knows this field is Kshetranya, that is knower of this field. Now, verse 2. Kshetranyam cha bhimam vitti sarvashetreshu bharata kshetra kshetranya yornyanam yattatjnanam matam mama. This is considered to be a Mahavakya by Sri Adi Shankara. Bhagwan Krishna says, Ye Arjuna, you know me as Kshetranya in all the Kshetras, not only in your body or in my body, in all the bodies. I am the Kshetranya. Sarva Kshetreshu Bharata. In all the bodies, I am the Kshetranya. Swami Dayananda Saraswati quotes Adi Shankara, who says, this Kshetranya is seemingly divided into countless names and forms. It could be an insect, plant, birds, animals, human beings, anything that has life. The Kshetranya is Bhagwan Krishna. Only the names and forms are different. The names or forms are seemingly different. But the self remaining within all the beings, Sarva Kshetreshu, is Bhagwan Krishna or Brahma. The one who sees this truth, that is, outside you are seeing all the differences, but inside the only one truth that remains is Bhagwan Krishna. This must be clearly known and seen. Here Krishna addresses Arjuna as Bharata. That is, Swami Dayananda Saraswati says the word Bharata, that means the one who revels in Brahma Vidya. Sarvasetreshu Bharata. The one who revels in Brahma Vidya. The sound Ba represents Brahma Vidya. Bhaskara is another name for sun god. Bharat is the name of our country. Ba means effulgence. Every Sanskrit word has got a wealth of meaning behind it. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, knowledge of Atma as Brahman is Brahma Vidya, and the one who revels in it is Bharata. What is knowledge? Now the next question is, what is knowledge? We measure knowledge by the income one earns. If somebody is a knowledgeable person, but if his income is very low, we consider him as a useless person. He has no knowledge. Absolutely useless fellow. That is what we say. Even if we consider some person as knowledgeable person, according to us, he must be an expert in any subject. Material subject. Maybe physics, maybe chemistry, maybe biology, maybe medical, or any other material knowledge. But what according to Bhagwan Krishna is knowledge? Bhagwan says, knowledge of Kshetra and Kshetranya, that is Ettatjnanam Matam Mama. That is knowledge. Knowledge of Kshetra and Kshetranya alone is knowledge according to Bhagwan Krishna. Kshetra and Kshetranya cover everything. Therefore, Bhagwan says, the knowledge of Kshetra and Kshetranya alone is knowledge. Then the next question is, why he says so? Why he is not referring to all the material knowledges and says, this is knowledge, but only Kshetra and Kshetranya. All other knowledge is incomplete knowledge and it is very limited. Science is growing every day and the world is changing every day. The knowledge of a person in any subject is very limited. Sorry to say. You take any knowledgeable person, it will be only limited knowledge. We generally compare and then conclude. We compare somebody with somebody and say he is more knowledgeable person than this fellow. That is how we conclude a person is knowledgeable or not. But that knowledgeable person is not different from the person who is not so knowledgeable, because both suffer the pains and pangs of life. Nobody can escape. You have to suffer. Knowledgeable person also, he is having a suffer. He has to suffer. Every person will have his own cup of tea or coffee. Nobody is excluded. But the one who is not so knowledgeable, but the one who knows Kshetra and Kshetranya, he may not be, according to us, he may not be knowledgeable. He is an idiot. But he knows Kshetra and Kshetranya. Then he is removed from the painful sorrows of life. Hence, he is the knowledgeable person. According to Bhagwan Krishna, the knowledge is knowledge of Kshetra and Kshetranya only. Swami Dayananda Saraswati quotes Adi Sankara here, who says this verse is a Mahavakya. There is a wonderful discussion on Kshetranya, that is knower of the field. It is spread over 80 pages. Adi Shankara gives many examples and gives his reasons and logic behind why Kshetranya is identical with Ishvara. Wonderful, wonderful analysis. I am sorry to say this, in other religions, you cannot question anything. The moment you question anything, then the answer is you will not be there to hear the answer. That is the answer in many religions. But if you take Hinduism, you ask any question, how many different questions the Adi Shankara puts, whether I don't know whether he himself has put those questions against the Advaitic principle and then answered, or these were the questions raised by somebody, the Advaitas, and then he answers those questions. I'm not very sure about it. But wonderful analysis is there. Unfortunately, the juice of that discussion cannot be extracted or given in a precise form, which is it is not within my reach. Even though I enjoyed it thoroughly, I cannot give that. That is something extremely difficult for me. So I am not giving it. I am not going to give it. The conclusion from those discussions is that the Atma in the body of all the beings is Paramatma, Bhagwan Krishna, even though seemingly divided into different bodies. That is the conclusion. This is beautifully explained by Swami Chinmayananda by way of an example. That is, the self in me is the self in all. The life that presides over in every being is the same. Beautiful example he has given. Please be very, very, very careful in this example. Then you will appreciate the beauty. Example. For a dreamer to exist, there must be a dream world. If the dream disappears, the dreamer also simultaneously disappears, and the one who exists is the waker. You are dreaming, you are sleeping. In that sleep, you are dreaming a world. In that world, you act as a king. Then, once the dream vanishes, the dreamer also simultaneously vanishes. Who remains is the waker. That is the real you. Similarly, if the field Kshetra vanishes, what exists is not the knower of the field, that is Kshetranya, but the pure consciousness. I am sorry, I will repeat it for the purpose of understanding. If the field Kshetra vanishes, what exists is not the knower of the field, but the pure consciousness. If this is well understood, one can try and separate Kshetranya from Kshetra and can identify himself with the pure consciousness. That is the point. So, we will try. It is not very easy. Anything can be easily said, but experiencing it is very difficult. But we will try. Again, verse 2. क्षेत्रज्ञं च भीमां विद्धि सर्वक्षेत्रेषु भारत क्षेत्रक्षेत्रज्ञयोर्ज्ञानं यत्तज्ज्ञानं मदं मम. Next verse we will see tomorrow. Hari Om. Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Narayana 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 Narayana